One thing I really like about living on a sailboat is the fact that your house floats. You're not stuck in one place. The lakes and oceans are your front yard. I've been living on this sailboat 3 years now, and I have no regrets. I've been sailing around Lake Ontario when I could, and I've pretty much seen it all. I've crossed it twice, been up the St. Lawrence, and been up and down its shores many times. And this winter, I plan on going somewhere really far away and really special. See, sailing is addictive. You always want to see what's beyond the next horizon. One thing I really love about being out here is you're connected to nature. Your vessel is propelled by nature. You become really immersed in the sounds of the lake and the oceans. In the last few videos, I've been making my way to a mysterious island in the middle of Lake Ontario, Main Duck Island. Right now we are at Scotch Bonnet Island. And I made a separate video about this island, and the link is in the top right corner of the screen. As always while cruising, I made my way closer to the final destination. On the northeast end of Lake Ontario is a point that juts out called the Bay of Quinte. After exploring Athol Bay, I made my way around Point Petra and anchored for the night. In the morning, after a rather rolly night, anchored directly in the lake off the coast of the Bay of Quinte, I continued my journey to Main Duck Island. Well, there it is, Main Duck Island. About 3 nautical miles away. I can see the lighthouse and everything over there. All right, so there is a wind warning in effect. Marine broadcast just said that there's a wind warning for later tonight. So we're gonna find a perfect anchorage, get in, make sure the hook's set good, and begin this part of the adventure, which is to explore this really cool historical island out here in the middle of Lake Ontario. All right. Upon arrival at Main Duck Island, I found a small bay and weighed anchor and settled in to explore this beautiful place. It had taken so much effort and planning to get here. I had rebuilt my engine. There's a link to that video there. I had hauled out and cleaned the hull. So much planning had gone into this journey, and it was all paying off. It had taken me a full week just to get out here, and I was curious to explore this mysterious place. Alright, so first impressions of the island. It's very secluded. Some people just showed up here in another sailboat. And I could have sworn I heard a chainsaw or something over there, so I'm gonna go to the dock that's over there and just have a look and see what it's like. All right, so I
I went over to the dock over there, and there's a bunch of people there. And the one guy's on a CNC 37, and it's got a 7-foot draft. So there is a space available on the dock. And I think it's the best option that I go in there. And the reason is because there's a wind warning tonight. So he also said there's a wreck like right over here. You don't want to get your anchor caught on that. I think the best thing for me to do is to go into the dock and tie up for the night. It's much more protected, it's safer. And the guys were saying that this is all shale right here. So anything above 30 knots, you'll just drag. I think that's the best option. I'm gonna put the buoys out and slowly make my way into this very shallow dock that on the chart says 5 feet 6. So stick around, see if I make it.
When you own a sailboat and meet other sailboat owners, you instantly become friends.
Will you stay with me? Will you stay with
This cool group of people took me in, and I joined them at a bonfire, and we talked into the night, telling stories and dreaming about future sailing adventures. I had a good look around the island, and one thing that stuck with me was the fact that this island has probably looked like this for thousands of years. After doing some research, I found out that the Point Peninsula people had been here as recently as 1450 AD. You can walk across this island in about 40 minutes. There are 2 lighthouses and just beaches as far as you can see. While anchoring in the bay, I found a wooden shipwreck, a sailboat it seems, at the bottom of the bay.
Wow, what a beautiful place. Looks like some sort of like rescue boat out there. This is where I was first anchored here. What an amazing island. A lot of poison ivy here. And there's it's quite a bit, it's muddy, you know? A lot of the beaches aren't sand, they're like shells. It's really cool. There is a lighthouse about a 40-minute walk from here. Gonna check that out at one point. The water's so clear here. Beautiful. It's definitely the feeling of isolation out here. I love it. Now, apparently there was some people who used to raise cattle and sheep on this island in the 1800s, and they lived out here full time. Just not sure the cattle would eat, you know, like where would they come up with grain for the cattle? I guess they'd bring it in by boat, but what an amazing place. Some sort of old barn here. Birds' nests up there. Wow. Bet you this place has been here for years. Very cool. This is where all the boats are. Let's follow this trail and see where it goes. Some sort of structure right here. Apparently this was the ice house. They used to keep ice back in the day because they used to fish here, and they would collect up fish and stock them in the ice house here, and then they would send them to Kingston for people to eat. Day use services on this island are now closed, including garbage collection. Very interesting. Here's some sort of weird wooden structure. Maybe it was a house of some sort at one point. Very cool. Wow, what a beautiful place. There's all these trails that are crisscrossing the island here. Very cool spot. It's very isolated here. You feel sort of lonely, which is what I like. See the masts from all the boats that are over there, all the cool people that are still there. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of lighting setups for aircraft, maybe, I don't know. Well, it's been an awesome trip. It's on a total of 600 and something nautical miles. And wow, it's been an adventure coming all the way out from Toronto all the way to Maine Duck. I hope you like this video. Remember to like and subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and we'll see you in the next one.